Hey everyone. Yesterday we announced the reasons why we plan to relaunch sooner than later. The goal today is to explain when and how we will relaunch. Our plan is to have two worship services on Sunday, June the 14th at 9 and 11 a.m. Now, here's what we would ask based on the recommendations and the guidelines that have been put out by the state of Maryland and by the CDC. We ask that you would take your temperature before you come to church. And if you have a fever over 100 degrees, please stay at home and watch our services online. The same is true for those of you who may have a weakened immune system, dealing with a chronic health condition, or if you're over the age of 65. Those are the recommendations that have been handed down to us. We have opened the doors between the worship center and the gymnasium. We have set up chairs and spread them out to the recommended 7-foot distance between rows. We have done this to accommodate the recommended guidelines for houses of worship in the state of Maryland. We strongly recommend that everyone wear a mask. Now, we realize that some individuals cannot wear a mask due to respiratory issues like asthma or issues with anxiety. So we're going to ask everyone to extend grace and love everyone else and respect each other's convictions. If you do not have a mask, one will be provided for you here at church upon request. Our campus will be fitted with hand sanitizing stations throughout the building. Our facility will be cleaned and disinfected before, during, and after worship services. Once inside our facility, please remain 7 feet apart from others and refrain from hugging, handshakes, high fives. I know it's all the things we love to do, but once you're in a worship center, please stay to those recommendations and guidelines. Once you're in the worship center, please leave 3 chairs between you and the next person or family. Families and couples can sit together, but just allow that space between. At this time, with our phase number 1 relaunch plan that we have already put out, we will not be offering children's ministry options at this time, but your children are more than welcome to sit with you during our worship experience. The specifics of our phased relaunching plan of action can be found on our Ringgold Church community page. The chart will also be included in a church-wide email that will be sent out as well. You can also find this information on ringgoldchurch.com on the COVID-19 page. Even though we're excited to see you in person at church, please don't feel any pressure to join us if you're not comfortable being around other people at this time. Our Ringgold Church online platforms will continue to be available at different places like ringgoldchurch.com, Ringgold Church Online, YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. You could have church at home, just like the early church did in the first century. It says in Acts, all the believers devoted themselves to the apostles' teaching and to the fellowship and to sharing in meals, including the Lord's Supper, and to prayer. And then it jumps down and says they worshiped together at the temple each day, met in homes for the Lord's Supper, and shared their meals with great joy and generosity. And all the people, and all the while, praising God and enjoying the goodwill of all the people. And each day the Lord added to their fellowship those who were being saved. So what that says to me is having church at home is a wonderful option for those of you who cannot or are not ready to return to campus worship services in person. So what you could do is get your family together or a group of friends together and do church at home with Ringgold Church Online. Again, it's just another option during this unique and very difficult season. Hey, we love you, and we look forward to seeing you on June the 14th. God bless.